Missed by Wright. Here's Trey Orr, the lob, and the save! For Dream City.
And that's what Shaedon Sharpe does a great job of.
Not bad, not bad.
Call it Vertical Academy. Shaedon Sharpe.
Oh, yeah.
Here in the first half. Sharpe, step back three. Good again.
Boy, he sure is talented.
Yo, it's your boy Dctree, and this is Dctree-Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops, talking about San Antonio Spurs, y'all. And should they take a chance on this mysterious Shaedon Sharpe character that will be in the NBA draft? Man, this situation is peculiar at best. #1 high school student in the country a couple years back, well, last year exactly, and he did not play one single game with Kentucky. Do the Spurs take a chance with him? But before I jump too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel, hit that like button, don't forget to hit that bell for more videos. Thank you so much for the continued support. Okay, alright, if you're a fan of the channel, you already know that I am not very excited about, potentially drafting another guard. Lord knows we need some size. Lord knows we need a power forward. Lord knows we need some big men on this squad. But I understand that the Spurs are in an awkward position. This is a pretty darn good draft. You may have to go with the best talent available. You get what I'm saying? And they did that with Primo last year, which I understood. And this year is even more important, probably, to get the best talent available. And Shaedon Sharpe is one of those players that could come in and really change this franchise if he lives up to the hype. We just don't know enough about this guy. This guy was killer in high school, averaging like 25 points, 40+ inch vertical. He reminds me of John Morant a lot, but he's a 2 guard. So you gotta wonder, man, do the Spurs take a chance and roll the dice on this guy? Because if he is as good as we think he is, then he's definitely a huge piece. Could possibly even be like a franchise guy if it pans out. It's just that with him not playing in Kentucky, not playing against major talent outside of high school, the questions remain. Now, to be fair, he wouldn't be the first player coming straight out of high school who with question marks on him. Some of the greatest players ever have, come straight from high school. Some of the greatest players ever have, went to college and got hurt and then played many games. One person in particular I can think of is Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, I don't think he played a lot of games in college at all, and he turned out to be great for the NBA. So is this the situation with Shaedon Sharpe? Do the Spurs roll the dice, take a chance, and see if this works? Because of course there's other players out there, your Durans, your Sohans and everything. But man, if you're looking for that centerpiece of a franchise, that guy, that has the intangibles like the vertical and the ability to score and the ability to get to the cup, that special player, it may be Shaedon Sharpe. It may just be him. Now, if I'm being honest, you gotta kind of look at this situation cautiously if you're the San Antonio Spurs, because this does feel a little Kawhi-ish. It really does. He made a commitment to Kentucky. It was weird that he was on the team. He first got on the team in January, but then he decided to sit out and not play. So that's unclear. So the idea is that he was just gonna, practice with the team, get used to the team, and then come back the next year to play the full season. That was the plan. But now it looks like he's about to bolt to the NBA draft. So did he just use the Kentucky, the Kentucky system, or use the Kentucky, name to promote himself? It sounds a little Kawhi-ish. Now, don't get me wrong, I have no problem with a player taking advantage of a college, because Lord knows the colleges take advantage of players all the time. So I'm not mad at him for that, because he doesn't have any problems, character problems or character flaws. He's described as a pretty quiet guy. So I don't think that's going to scare the Spurs away from a personality standpoint. But when you do hear people sitting out, it does kind of raise your eyebrows a little bit. And then also, if you look at his game is very offensive based. You know, he can't really play defense very well from what I've read. There's some questions about him taking plays off. He may not have the intensity he needs for the NBA level. It's a lot of questions surrounding this guy, but he has the physical tools to be great. But Lord knows, we've seen a lot of players who had physical tools stink it up in the NBA. So the Spurs have to be careful if they go with this guy. This could be it, though. This could be a huge move for the San Antonio Spurs. And it could take care of some of the other issues, like defensive issues with the other picks in the draft, the number 20, the number 25. They got some wiggle room to take a chance on Shaedon Sharpe. But, man, I would hate for Pop to kill his confidence, the first year out. And see, if we do draft this guy, man, Popovich has to play him. He cannot do that Austin Spurs thing he did to Primo and Lonnie Walker and company. This guy, he needs to play like almost immediately to build some confidence. And the Spurs organization would have to be behind this guy, not necessarily giving him special treatment. But, man, I can see this being bad if he sits on the bench for the first 30 games or something crazy like that. So you definitely probably have to let Lonnie Walker walk. And the Spurs will have to go into this with an open mind. Like, hey, we got to let this young fella play and make mistakes and expand, and feel confident playing against great talent. So it's a lot of things that they will have to adjust to. And this could go wrong. It could go wrong. Now, for the record, I'm still a Jalen Duren guy. A Mark Williams guy, a Sohan type of guy. I feel like we need a big. But if you're the Spurs and you're looking for that talent, that talent to push us over the top, that absolute talent, that diamond in the rough type talent, then you may have to take some chances to find that talent. We can find athletic bigs later in the draft that can block shots and rebound. But this may be the chance to just get that Kyrie Irving type of player. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this pick. I'm not real excited about getting a guard or think we should get a guard. But, man, this guy is talented, and he could really push us over the top if he's for real. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this. All right, guys, catch you in the next one. Peace.